Hi guys!
So as you know, soon we're expecting our baby. And as you also know, we live in South Korea. And South Korea is country
The lowest
birth
rate.
rate in the world, pretty much. So because of that, we're getting so many questions about, so how is it, like this whole process and system about having baby in Korea. How much government pays you, all the benefits. So today we will answer those questions.
So first thing is you try pregnancy test and then you see two lines. Then you go to hospital to actually confirm from the hospital that you're actually pregnant.
And you get the document that you're pregnant. And it's actually a very important document because from now with this document you can start applying for different benefits from the country. And the first one, and I would say the main benefit, is voucher from the government. And it looks like this. It's a card. You can apply for this card as soon as your pregnancy is confirmed. And government gave us how much?
1 million Korean won. And in dollars, it's about like $700.
Yeah, we will write here.
And I know $700 doesn't sound a lot because we have different cost of living and we have a different healthcare system. But 1 million won, $700, it's quite a lot. It covers a lot of things because in Korea, we don't really pay that much in like local hospitals in the
If
beginning.
you have the insurance as well. You will pay a lot if you don't have insurance, but we all have insurance. Everyone has insurance.
Yes, we pay for that.
We have the insurance, so it's not that much. And plus, basically, you're using this card every time you go. So it covers everything. It's basically for free. So you go to do the ultrasound and it's free because you pay with this card.
How much were we actually spending every time we go to a hospital? For example, in the like, early pregnancy, we go to hospital, we do like ultrasound.
I think we were like paying maybe like 50,
Yeah,
60,
50,
sometimes maybe with some tests, maybe more, like maybe 80,000 won. But after we moved to a bigger hospital, since like week 20, the big hospitals are more expensive, so we are paying 80, 100.
Yeah.
So we don't really have that much money left, but my pregnancy is almost over soon anyways, so I think that's pretty much enough just to cover
The
all
whole
the pregnancy expenses.
Yes.
Except for the NIFT test, that was very expensive. It was like 600,000 won.
Which is like $400, I guess.
Yes, so that we paid with our money, and it is very expensive. So yeah, if you're going to do this genetic test, then obviously it's not enough. It's not enough to cover
But yeah.
the whole pregnancy, but for the rest checks up, it's just enough. The second benefit is, so when your pregnancy is confirmed, you're also going to your local
Public health center.
Yeah, and there they give you some presents. They give you free folic acid, like vitamins,
Like supplements.
iron, and sometimes they can even give you baby clothes. Just like it depends on the area where you live, so the presents can be a little bit different, but they always give you the vitamins and stuff like that. And also they give you this badge. So they give you this.
Just basically, if you have it around, people can see that you're pregnant.
Even if you don't have the bump yet, so you're not showing yet, but people can already know that you're pregnant. And it's very useful for public transportation. Yes. In the buses and subways, we will show you here, there are special seats for pregnant women. So if you have this badge, everyone can see you're pregnant and you're just taking the seat, so
It's like you're confident. I'm pregnant.
that's like your seat.
And of course, it's not like a law that you have to have the seat empty.
Yeah.
You can still sit down there even though you're not pregnant. But if you see a pregnant woman around, you can still give your seat for the pregnant woman.
Yeah. However, nowadays it's still a problem because many 아저씨들 and 아줌마들 just sitting down on the seats and pretending not to see you. They're pretending to be sleeping. So it's coming out on news all the time. But it's still nice to have the seats, so when it's not taken, at least you can sit. Also, in your hospital, you get this kind of book. What is this book?
Memory diary.
It's like a diary for moms. These books have some useful information about pregnancy, giving birth, and also every time you go for your appointment, they will do an ultrasound for you. So I've heard that, for example, in America, they don't really do it that often.
Oh yeah.
They do 3 or 4 times during whole pregnancy. But in Korea, I've got 5 ultrasounds just in the first trimester, and until now, I don't know, did I get 20 already? I don't know, just every time you go, they just do it for you. So it's actually very nice because you can see your baby anytime.
So pretty much you have to take the book around every time you go see a doctor.
Every time you go to see the doctor, you take this book, and then they put the pictures, the ultrasound pictures here. And nowadays, when we are going to hospitals, they give us 3D pictures all the time, like every time you visit. So it's very, very nice. We have a bunch of pictures, 3D pictures, the ultrasound pictures. And yeah, that's very nice actually.
And also, there's an app always like connected to the
right.
hospital. So every time you do ultrasound, it's like whole video of it, right? Like, and this is just a picture they print out.
Yes.
So because of the app, you can also download the whole video of the ultrasound.
Yes,
So
like
it's
10
actually-
minutes video, 15 minutes video, and you can, play it over and over
Yeah,
again
you can
and see your
actually
baby.
see the baby move,
Yeah, we will maybe put here how it looks. And these are not the only benefits. There are much more benefits actually after you give a birth. After you give a birth, Korea will pay you 2 million won at once.
Right, yes.
It's like congratulations with a baby. Like how is it called?
I mean, I don't know the exact name for that, but yeah.
축하금
Yeah,
something.
congratulations.
Like-
you have a baby.
Yes,
And
government
then-
gives you 2 million won for that.
But for twins, 3 million was it? Or
It's more for twins. And I
Yes.
think it's more for twins while you're pregnant. This card. This card they give you, I think if you have 2 babies or even 3 babies, I think the price also
I'll
differs.
see and confirm.
So after you give a birth, government will give you 2 million won, which is this much in dollars. And then you will be also getting payment every month for 2 years.
Yes. For the first year, it's 1
1
million.
million won per month.
So $700 per month for 1 year.
And then I think it's 500.
Which
Yes,
is
it becomes
about
half
$350.
per month. Yes. So, but yeah, if you have more babies, then I think it's also more.
Yes, I'll also confirm that. Well, in general, I think there are still some benefits you can get by, being pregnant and giving a birth. But of course, like there are much better like countries in Europe. We all have like different living costs and the housing. There are so many different factors that actually matter. It's not just giving birth that matters. But I think the benefits we have in Korea are just enough. But of course, in the long term, like the education system, the housing actually, that's important. Maybe it's actually not that great, probably.
For example, I'm from Belarus, and in Belarus, all this medical care system is free. And education is also free. So if we compare to Belarus, I mean, I don't know, basically whole pregnancy is just free. Giving birth is free. Of course you can choose like, a good private hospital and you can pay money for that. And of course the conditions will be so much better in the hospitals. They will treat you much better. The service is much better. So you have a choice. You can still give a birth for free, or you can go to a better hospital, private hospital, and pay, but it's not that much. But yes, you still have a choice to give a birth for free and lead your whole pregnancy for free. From the moment you got the positive test till the moment you give a birth, everything is just free. So I guess if we compare even Korea to Belarus, I guess Belarus is better in this way because you don't have to spend any money at all.
Of course, every country has a different welfare system, healthcare system, or even tax system, right?
Yes.
So you cannot really tell like which is better or what. We are just telling you the
How's
things.
it in Korea,
Yes.
at least right now? Because like we said, it's a country with the lowest birth rate in the world. However, right now, like nowadays, it's like a baby boom in Korea.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you heard about it, guys, but because people of 90s started giving birth, like now it's our time to give birth of this generation.
More like late 80s and early 90s, I think.
Yeah, like in Korea, people give birth later. So yeah, more like 80s, right?
Late-
Late 80s and 90s. We are late 90s. We are still, actually for Korea, we are giving birth too early.
It's too early.
Yeah, very early for Korean people points of view. But yes, so nowadays, these generations are giving birth. That's why there's a baby boom. So many babies. It's like the highest rate since,
It's actually going up now.
I think it will go down later again.
Might be. Everyone's pregnant nowadays. It's really
Everyone.
funny. The hospital's actually full of pregnant women.
Yes, nowadays it's actually, it was never like this, but nowadays we're waiting in the line for hours.
Yeah.
Like back then, like even last year, it was not like this. Hospitals were empty. But nowadays, it's like so tiring to even get to the hospital and wait there because everyone is pregnant.
And also in Korea, and I guess also in Japan, probably, right?
China too, I think.
Mm,
In
oh.
general, in Asia, I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a common thing in Asia.
There's a postpartum care center like private ones. So after you give her birth,
You go to the center
yes.
with your baby together, and they will be taking care of you.
So it's like a hotel.
Like hospital hotel, I would say.
Yeah. Where they teach you how to treat babies, how
Yeah.
to, you know,
how to take
do
care
things.
of baby, how to feed baby, how to wash baby.
And they'll also feed you with nutritional food.
3 times a day,
Yeah.
they feed you.
Also, they also have like programs for, what is it, Pilates,
Like some
yoga,
massages,
yeah,
they
massage.
give you breast massage for lactation.
Yeah.
They give you massages and body massages, and they give you lessons about baby and stuff like that. So it's very popular in Korea, and majority of Korean women are going there.
Yeah.
We will not go.
It's like we want our space.
Yes, we are introverts, first of all. So we don't want to be interrupted because people keep coming to your room every, like, I don't know how many times a day. They bring you food, they come to check on you, they tell you what to do, they make you feed the baby when you have to feed the baby. So it's not really like resting. And also I'm not really a fan of Korean food, especially like this healthy Korean food. That's not what I want to eat. I better eat my salads. So for us, it's a little bit pointless, uncomfortable. And it's also very expensive. Yeah, this is not free, by the way.
It's like 1 week to 2 weeks.
Yeah, usually I go for 1 week.
And
too.
also all different facilities have like different prices.
Yes.
But I think, is it 500만 원 per week usually? Or 2만 원?
like
500만 원.
well, like I said, the good-looking one, hotel style, big comfortable beds where your husband can stay too, and better food, they're like $10,000.
Oh
really,
yeah, there's
or
also
even more expensive.
different rooms.
Yes.
So from like $4,000 till I would say 10,000 and even more sometimes.
Yes, but of course, if you go for the simplest one, it's not really different from a hospital, I would say. Like, very small and ugly room, small bed, husband cannot stay together, only one bed for basically the woman. So yeah, the prices are very different and the facilities are also very, very different. But yeah, for me personally, it's more like uncomfortable. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want any people to come in my room when I'm trying to recover. I just want to be with my baby. I don't want my baby to be taken away from me. Especially in Korean hospitals, they already take your baby away. So usually you give a birth and they take away your baby, and usually you will not see your baby until you leave the hospital.
But you want to see.
You can only see your baby through the glass few times a day, usually. It also depends on the hospitals, but yeah, that's usually how things work. So you give a birth and you already don't see your baby and don't touch your baby for like 4 or 5 days. And then you go to this postpartum center and they take your baby again. So for 1-2 weeks, of course you can meet your baby, you can feed your baby, but it just...
So everyone's different, so I guess you just gotta choose what you prefer
Yes.
more,
But I have many foreign friends in Korea, and the majority of my friends didn't go. It just doesn't match, I think, our culture. Like, you just want to be with your baby, like private, home, together, and just husbands usually take care. Jay will take care of me, right?
Yes, I'll be there for you, so.
Yeah, I don't need to go to this center. And also, if you don't go to this postpartum centers, government gives you some kind of money for babysitter, like helper. It's like a government worker, like a government babysitter, and she will come to your house. She will also cook for you. She will clean. She will help you with the baby. We are not planning to apply for that as well yet. Maybe we will. We don't know yet. We will see when baby comes. Basically, government is helping you with that as well.
So that's pretty much it for Korea. We're also curious about your country, so let us know how things are in your country, the whole system, how much, the government.
How much is it? Is it free or not? How much are you spending to have a baby or to give a birth in your country? Yes, it will be very interesting for us to read.
And if you like this informational video, please let us know if you want more things about Korea or in general that you want to know that we can tell you about.
You can write your questions in the comments and we will
take another video.
and answer your questions.